Hoops Junction. Once again, LeBron James has made headlines. This time he's talking about how he would love to play with Melo, CP3, and Dwyane Wade. Well, hell, I'd like to play with Melo, CP3, and Dwyane Wade any time of the day. But, that was with an interview that he did back in February, and I guess they're releasing it now that, he would definitely love to do that. And, we are, I guess, it's a gift and a curse because LeBron actually is one of those players that likes to talk about hypotheticals. What if this? What if that happened? Maybe we could get together. He's a player that likes to entertain that because behind the scenes, he's doing his work. He's working his magic. He's making his phone calls. He's recruiting. But honestly, this shows that he just lacks a little bit of awareness. He's aware that everything he does is news, but he's just not aware as to the things that he does and the legacy that he's going to leave behind. Legacy off the court, I think he's solidified it. Kid came from nothing. He's had a wife and kid, and he took his passion and he realized his dream of playing the NBA, being a star, being one of the elite players that ever played a game. But in terms of his legacy on the court, I think it's tarnished. And part of that is the whole idea of teaming up to begin with. Like when they did what they did in Miami, it didn't sit well with a lot of folks. And the simple fact it didn't sit well with a lot of folks is because it wasn't organic. He always says that Jordan had great players, Kobe had great players, Shaq, had great players, Kareem had good players, Wilt Chamberlain had great players. Of course they had great players, but they never, took the whole summer, had a meeting behind the scenes, and said, you come here, I'm going there. They never did that. And that alone kind of tarnished his legacy because it set him apart. See, LeBron is a top-tier player, but in terms of top tier with the other greats, his legacy, it doesn't add up. And part of the reason is because he teamed up with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, and he can never say, I beat these guys. You see what I'm saying? Like, Dwyane Wade could always say, before LeBron, I won championship already. I know what that feels like. But LeBron could never say, okay, I went head-to-head with my friend and I beat him. You see what I'm saying? It's like bragging rights. He could never own those bragging rights. All he could say is I teamed up, went to Miami, I went to Cleveland, I teamed up again, I brought some guys in. It's just like his bragging, his resume is great, but his not street cred, but basketball cred with his contemporaries is not there. It's never gonna be there. Because he had to do some backdoor deals in order to get his championships. It wasn't like, he said, okay, I'm going to go to Miami, nobody knows. All these guys, they planned it, they finagled it, and they finessed the ish out of everybody when it came to that. So now, him saying that he would love to team up again if their careers, everything, the stars on the line, he should just never said that. Because some people are still trying to get over that whole bad taste of the whole Miami thing in their mouth. Now they have to hear him talking about this, and they know he's the kind of guy that likes to make these things happen. He's the kind of guy that can get your coach fired after going to the NBA Finals. He's the kind of guy that can get an assistant coach a great head coaching job. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, it's just it kind of shows like a lack of awareness, and it's great to say, when they asked Dwyane Wade about it, Dwyane Wade gave a textbook answer. He said, it's great. I think it'll be fun, whatever, but I'm not focused on that. I'm worried about my teammate, worried about my guys. I'm worried about getting to the NBA, trying to get ready for the NBA playoffs. That's all LeBron had to say to that question. But once again, he wants to plant a seed. Maybe he's talked to Melo already. Whatever it is, it just shows a lack of awareness because I don't know how to put this, but people are getting tired of LeBron, more and more and more and more. As bad as everybody wants to see him win in Cleveland, at the same time they get that feeling like a spoiled child. Like if you have a spoiled child, you know, you want to give them the world, but you know, the more you give them, the worse they're gonna become. The less empathetic they're gonna be to everybody else's roles. The less considerate they're gonna be. And I feel like everybody knows that. They're rooting for LeBron to win, but they feel like if he wins, the more he wins, or the way that he goes about teaming up and bringing teams together so he can win, it's just they're creating a bigger monster, just creating a bigger monster, and that's not good. It's not good for his legacy, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron has 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs. He has 4 MVPs. You know, he earned it. You know, he finagled some of it, but now in terms of going into Cleveland, like, it's like a clean slate. Like, all that stuff he did in Miami is not really gonna add up to nothing if he doesn't do anything in Cleveland. See what I'm saying? Because what he did is he solidified the Miami franchise, and he has to come back home and solidify the Cleveland franchise. So talking to all of this stuff about teaming up, it's just a lack of awareness. It's just like a slip up. It's sort of like Tyronn Lue was saying the other day when they lost to like Miami. They're losing by 30 at one point, and LeBron was like, you know, they're laughing and joking with Dwyane Wade, and LeBron James is like laughing and joking. He had to pull him to the side and say, "Yo, we down 30, and you over here laughing and smiling in the guy's face." Like, it's like it don't make no sense. Like, I know that's your friend, but you know, you're trying to set the example, and you being the leader, we expect, like, you know, do or die for my guys at all times. But like, LeBron's not there. LeBron is operating on a macro scale. He's operating on a iconic, like, I'm iconic, I do what I want, I do as I please, and things of that nature. And that's cool, but what it's going to do to you later on is not going to be good for your basketball career in terms of like the respect that you're going to have, and just the legacy that you're going to leave behind, because everybody knows. Now we see like the real version of him. Like, we're seeing the Phoenix, rise from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron was hidden a little bit, but now everybody sees how he really gets down. Like, when he says these things, he's not saying them out of jest. He's not saying them just to be hypothetical. He has like a message behind it. He's working a plan to get to it, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something that's really crossed his mind. Maybe it's something that almost happened. We didn't know anything about it, because he's the kind of player that he's done stuff behind closed doors before. He'll do it again. So that being said, you know, it was a fun comment. I don't know why it took so long for it to get printed and come out. It's March, and almost end of March or whatever. But it's just more and more like you could tell he's making a story. So when he gets in the playoffs, you know, he could do his thing and wow us again. But later on down the road, it's putting fans in a catch-22s, because Cleveland fans are like this. We want to win. We want to win bad, but do we really want to win at the expense of him spinning in our face, saying he would like to team up with this person or that person? Do we really want to win with him alienating his teammates? Do we really want to win with him emasculating Kyrie Irving? Like, I was watching the game today. LeBron's running the point. Kyrie's calling for the ball. LeBron's like, nah, I get the ball for the point. I mean, come on, man. This is kind of what is being perpetuated here, and the more and more the Cleveland fans have to deal with this, it's just, I don't know what to say. I feel like LeBron knows, like, you know, I don't want to say his run is over, because he's still in his prime, but he just feels like he's not the darling anymore. And now he's just firing. He's just like, you know what? Hey, I would like to do this. Hey, I want to do this. Hey, this is that. This is that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like an older kid, and they have like a younger sibling that's just born into this world. And like, nobody wants to see you anymore, kid. They like the baby now. So it's like all these young guys, Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry, like all these guys are getting the attention. And LeBron is just like, you know, he's scrambling. He's scrambling. He's trying to get everything out there. Because why didn't that story come out in February when he said it? So that being said, man, I think it's funny. I think Cleveland fans are like in a really catch-22, because LeBron has like a lot of antics, man. He has a lot of antics, and he makes for good entertainment. I tell you that. I tell you that he keeps writers and the media and myself working because he just every day something new with the guy. I guess that's why they call him the king, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.